In this video, I'll be giving my top 10 tips and tricks for Netherite PvP. It will be divided into 3 sections. The first section will be items, and the first subcategory will be pearls. There are 3 ways you can use pearls. The first one is to pearl away if you're getting critted out. The second one is to aggro pearl. In this clip, I'm critting out my opponent before he pearls away. So I use aggro pearls to finish the job, winning me the match. A third way you can use ender pearls is to get out of cobwebs. In this clip, I use this and it helps me to continue fighting. Item 2. The shield. You need to use the shield a lot more than you think. In these clips, I use the shield to block just enough of their hits that I have a significant health advantage and can finish them off. One more thing before we get off the subject of shields. Never just hide behind one. That will not work out. They'll just break it and they'll kill you. So never do that. Now moving on to item 3. Gapples. In this clip, I wind charge up just at the right time to gapple and be able to combo them while they're gappling. By watching that clip, we see that the best way to gapple is to wind charge up and then gapple, rather than just gappling on the ground. So make sure whenever you want to gapple, either ender pearl away or wind charge up and gapple in the air. Those are the best 2 ways to gapple. Item 4. Cobwebs. Cobwebs have 2 main uses. The first of these uses is to block yourself off, like this. And as you can see, my hitbox is inside of the cobwebs. So they won't be able to hit me. They'll just break the cobweb. Like that, see? The next way is to place it under them so they're stuck. See, I'm stuck? It makes me move really slow. In this clip, I do a good job of getting them stuck in cobwebs and then critting them out, causing them to have to run away. Item 5. Potions. There are 3 potions you will be using for Netherite PvP. Fire Resistance, Splash Potion of Speed, and Splash Potion of Strength. Strength makes you do a lot more damage, like this.
That did 1.5 hearts. I'm on fire, Philip.
So it does a lot more damage. The next potion is Speed, which makes you go faster, as you can see. And the third is Fire Resistance, which means if I get hit, I don't take fire damage. You need to make sure you always have these potions equipped. When they get to 10 seconds remaining, they will flicker. So whenever you see them flickering, get ready to potion. Also, always have at least 1 potion in your hotbar. This will make it really easy to pot up. You should do strength because they only last 1 minute and 30 seconds. The strength 2 pots. And that is how potions work. there are two weapons you will be using for Netherite PvP. The first is a Netherite sword. The second, a Netherite axe. There are 3 types of hits. The first one is a sweep hit, which is minimal knockback and can damage entities around them. The second is a knockback hit, which hits them back extra far. The third is a crit hit, which happens when you are coming down. This will do 1.5 times base attack damage, which means for a Netherite sword, which has a base attack damage of 8, it will do 12 attack damage plus sharpness 5, which means it will do a lot of damage. The next way you can use your weapons is to disable shields. The best way to do this is to hockey to your axe, hit, hockey back to your sword. The faster you can hotkey this, the better. You want to be able to do that as fast as you can, because the faster you do that, the less the time you'll have to wait before you can hit them again. Those are the main weapons. So now we'll see some clips of me disabling shields really well. After watching those clips, we know that the best way to deal damage is to crit them out. So now that we've gone over all the weapons, we're going to move on to section 3. Everything else. Okay, so the first thing and everything else that we're going to talk about is settings. So you need to make sure you have good hotkeys for everything, and some of the best hotkeys are Q, 1, 2, 3, 4, R, F, E, caps lock, tab, and those are probably some of the best hotkeys you could have, so I'd recommend making sure to have everything on that. One of the most important things is to make sure you have your axe and sword on different finger hotkeys. Like, I couldn't have my axe and sword on R and E, because that would make it really hard to switch back and forth, so I would have it more on like R and back mouse button. So then now that we have hotkeys out of the way, we're going to go ahead and go to settings, accessibility settings, and go ahead and turn damage tilt to 0. If there's Turtle Master Potions, turn FOV effects to 0. And those are some really beneficial things to turn off. Then I would also recommend turning your FOV pretty high. Like for me, I turn it all the way up to 100. I would make sure your render distance and simulation distance are pretty low. And then I would turn max frame rate all the way up to ultimate. Clouds off, particles decreased is what I would say. And those are some of the best little settings you could do. And now that you have those, it will make it a lot easier. So whenever you take damage, your screen won't shake. So yeah, that will be it for the settings part of this. Okay guys, now I'm going to talk a little bit about lag. So how lag works is it's basically the time it takes the information about where your character is to transfer from my computer to the server and to the opponent's computer. Because of this delay, if I'm running forward to my opponent's screen, it will look like I'm behind myself. When in reality, I'm up here, they'll think I'm still on this block. And same for when you're moving backwards. They'll see that me in front of myself. Which means if you hit somebody further back, they won't be able to hit you. And so you can keep hitting them before they can hit you, as long as they're always moving backwards. And that's why it's a lot easier to hit someone when they're running away, because they'll think they're way far ahead of you when you're already up there. I'll show you a clip of someone phasing through my cobwebs because of this lag. Okay guys, so the best way to avoid having this lag interfere with your gameplay is to always predict where they're actually going to be. So instead of trying to cobweb them when we see them right here, we cobweb in front of them, like right here. That way they can't just phase through the cobwebs, and it will make it a lot easier to actually put them in cobwebs and combo them and stuff. So just keep that lag in mind whenever you're trying to PvP. Now for the best tip and most important one of them all. It is really important to be aggressive. Because if you're not aggressive and you're just letting them get away, you'll never kill them. So be aggressive. In this clip, I win the match purely from being aggressive. I feel like I scraped the button twice, but whatever. If you lasted this long in the video, I would like to ask you to subscribe, because I'm in a subs race with his Descon Games, and he has a huge lead to 1,000 subscribers. Peace out.